Dear boys, welcome to my online class. I hope you all are well at your respective houses during this corona pandemic. Dear boys, we are passing too much crisis time. In this time, it is essential to protect yourself. So, wash your hands with soap frequently. It can protect you from coronavirus. I am Pradipta Kumar, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Boshal Cat College. Dear boys, you see some animals. Do you know what is the name of these animals? Yes, it is Hydra. So, my today's topic is Hydra. Chapter 2, name of the chapter Animals Identity. At the end of this class, you will be able to explain the structural features of Hydra, explain the different types of epidermal cells, explain the different types of nematocysts, explain the locomotion of Hydra, explain the reproduction of Hydra. There are some important keywords: hypostome, cylindron, diploplastic, nidoblast cell, mesoglia, hermaphrodite. When you will study in any animal, then at first you have to need their classification. So at first you have to learn their classification. Here, the classification of Hydra: phylum Cnidaria, class Hydrozoa, order Hydroida, family Hydridae, genus Hydra, and species Hydra vulgaris. You have to give a underline in genus and also give a separate underline species Hydra underline and vulgaris also give a underline. Hydra is a fresh water organism. It is tubular shaped and radially symmetrical. Body up to 10 millimeter long when extended, secured by a simple adhesive foot called the basal disc. This is called basal disc, and this is their mouth, and the surrounding area of mouth is called hypostome. And this tubular shaped thread-like structure is called tentacle. And the rest of the part, the middle part of the body is called trunk. Gland cells in the basal disc secrete a sticky fluid that accounts for its adhesive properties. So there is a gland cell, it is secrete some adhesive substance. At the free end of the body is mouth opening surrounded by 6 to 10 thread-like tentacles. So its number is 6 to 10. Each tentacle is coated with highly specialized stinging cells called cnidocyte. So these tentacles is consist of some special type of cells that's name is cnidocyte cells. Biologists are especially interested in Hydra because of their regenerative ability. They do not appear to die of old age or indeed to age at all. Actually, this animal is immortal animal. Uh, uh, if you cut this animal, then they can again produce their uh, new animals. So they have no death. The body of Hydra is divided into three parts: head or hypostome. This is called head or hypostome. Middle part is called trunk, and last part is called foot or pedal disc or basal disc. When a hydra is cut in half, each half will look. I will cut this animal longitudinally two part. Then again, these two part made a two separate animals. Uh, if I cut transversely, look, I cut this animals transversely three part. Again, three hydra is produced. So they have no natural death. If the hydra is sliced into many segments, then the middle slice will form both a head and a foot. So it is the special characters of hydra, and this is done by one kind of special cell that is name is interstitial cell. Now, types. There are three types of hydra found in our bill, lakes, or rivers. Number one, Hydra fusca. Its color is brown color. It is Hydra fusca. Then Hydra viridis. Its color is green color. It is Hydra viridis. And Hydra vulgaris. It is colorless. Actually, it is our common Hydra. Uh, the Hydra vulgaris is found in everywhere in our country. It's a full figure of a hydra. Look, this area is called hypostome. This is tentacle, and there is a mouth in hypostome here, and this is gastric region, and there is some bud origin from this region. So it is called budding region, and last part is called peduncle, or and this last part is called basal disc or pedal disc. It is a cross section of hydra. If you cut their body transversely, then you will get two layers. Actually, hydra is a diploblastic animal. Diploblastic animal, its body is made by two layers. The outer layer is called epidermis, and the inner layer is called endodermis. These two layers again consist of seven. Epidermis consists of 7 types of cells, and gastrodermis or endodermis, same name. This is consist of 5 types of cells, but uh, 5 types of these 5 types of cells also present in here. Only two types of different types of cells uh, also found in epidermis. So their number is 7 and their number is 5, but this 5 is common in epidermis. And this is the hollow space. This hollow space is called cylindron. So the hollow space of body cavity of hydra is called cylindron. Now cells of epidermis. So the outer epidermis means the outer layer of body cell of hydra is called epidermis. This epidermis is consist of 7 types of cells: musculoepithelial cell, interstitial cell, nerve cell, sensory cell, gland cell, germ cell, and nidoblast cell. This nidoblast cell is uh, especially found in tentacles. Already I have discussed it. Look, it's a different types of cell is here. And mesoglia is the tailless substance which is found between two layers, epidermis and endodermis. Actually this is not cell. This is a acellular gel-like substance which is helps in the attachment of two layers, and endoderm and ectoderm. The nerve cell, muscular cells, foot follicles, sensory cells, all are found here. Okay, muscular epithelial cell. The muscular epithelial cells have both epithelial and muscular parts in the same cells. The muscular epithelial cells have a large nucleus. It is the figure of muscular epithelial cells. All are muscular epithelial cells. Look, their nucleus is very large. The muscular epithelial cells are columnar or cuboidal shaped. Look, they are columnar shaped or cuboidal shaped. Function. They form a protective covering of the body and helping contraction and bending of body. Now, interstitial cell, it is the special cell. It is also called reserve cell because when the other cells is destroyed, they this cell is convert into that cell which are destroyed. So it is called a reserve cell. They can convert in any other cells. These are small oval or round cells within a large nucleus. Those interstitial cells, these are interstitial cells. So it is small oval or round shape. Interstitial cells form nematocyst and germ cells. It is also converted into nematocyst and germ cells. Actually, most of the germ cells produced from interstitial cells. They renew all cells. They can also renew all cells of the animal once every 45 days. Every 45 days, they convert into other cells. So they are called totipotent. Totipotent means which cells convert into any other cells that is called totipotent, and this only this cells has power in this power of this case. So interstitial is called totipotent because they can convert into other cell after 45 days. Functions. These cells are the main agent in the rebuilding tissues during growth, budding, and regeneration. They reform the worn out cells of gastrodermis. Now, sensory cell. They are long, narrow cells with a large nucleus. Sensory cells are found in both germinal layers, but they are more abundant in the ectoderm. They are sensory to touch, light, temperature changes, and chemicals. A sensory cell acts both as a receptor and as a sensory neuron. That is, it both receives and transmits impulse. So here is sensory cell, look, long cell, and its function mainly to receive the sensation and transmit the impulse to others, okay, other cells. Now, nerve cells. The nerve cells are small or elongated. They are situated at the base of the epithelial muscular cells. They are rarely found in gastrodermis. So these are the nerve cells. Look, this is nerve cell. Gland cells. These are tall cells found on the pedal disc. Pedal disc means basal disc or pedal disc means the last portion of the body of Hydra, uh, and around the mouth region. So it is also found in mouth region. They produce a secretion by which the animal can attach itself, and sometimes a gas bubble by which the animals can rise and fasten onto the surface of the water to float. So these are gland cell. Here is gland cell and gland cell. Now, germ cells. Germ cells originated by repeated divisions of the interstitial cell in certain restricted regions of the body of Hydra during the summer. So, germ cells is produced from interstitial cell. Actually, germ cell is one kind of transformed epithelial, transformed interstitial cell, and it is origin when only in summer region. These form the gonads, which later differentiate either into testes or ovaries. Testes means in male it is called testes, and female it is called ovaries. Nidoblast cell. Nidoblast cells are found throughout the epidermis, but especially on the tentacles. So the number of nidoblast cells is more found in tentacles, uh, and a group of nidoblast cells when found in tentacles that is called battery of nidoblast. These are somewhat oval-shaped cells, contain nematocyst or a stinging cell. So it also contains stinging cells. So nidoblast cell is consist of uh, nematocyst, and this nematocyst also called stinging cell. Look, this is nidoblast cell, or nidoblast cell is also called nidocyte cell. Uh, this is nidoblast cell. Structure of nidoblast cell. Nidoblast cells are the bulb shape found throughout the hydra's external body. So it is only found in external body. These cells are present in clusters which make the major portion of a hydra are known as nidocyte battery cells. That means when a group of nidoblast cells found in tentacles, that is called battery of nidocyte. An ideal nidoblast cell is made up with following components: membrane, nematocyst, operculum, nidocyl, and lasso. This is called lasso, it is spring shaped, and this is nidocyl, and the sac which is present in nidoblast cell, that is called nematocyst, and this is operculum, and this is a thread of nematocyst, and this is a big nucleus. Actually, both are nidoblast cell, This is closed condition and this is open condition or discharge condition. Membrane. Each nidoblast cell is made up with a lipid protein containing bilayer membrane. So the nidoblast cell made up two layers, and this layer is consists of protein lipid substance. Nematocyst. The vacuolar thread containing sac within the cell is nematocyst. So the sac which is containing thread is called nematocyst. And this nematocyst, the vacuole of nematocyst contain one kind of toxic substance that is called hypnotoxin, that is called hypnotoxin. And this hypnotoxin is found in here, and this hypnotoxin made up with protein and phenol. And there is a long hollow thread is situated at the frontal portion of a sac. So this is a long thread here, and uh, this thread contains some small spines that is called barbules, and there is some big spines that is called bud. The basal part of the tube is called bud. This portion is called bud, and a long coil thread which may be open or closed at the tip. Inside the tube may be some spine. These are some spines. These spines is called barbules. Operculum. The lid of a nematocyst which covers the thread and sac is operculum. This is called operculum. It is displaced when the sac opens. So it is displaced when the sac is open. Then thread is come out and capture the prey. Nidocyl. The strong sensitive spike found at the open portion of nidocyte is called nidocyl. This is called nidocyl. It acts as a trigger to release the thread. So it is act as a trigger. Lasso. This is called lasso. Some nematocysts have lasso or restraining thread attached to the base of the nidoblast. The lasso prevents certain nematocysts from being thrown out of the body of Hydra. So this is called lasso. Types of nematocyst. Nematocyst, four types: stenotyl, volven, streptoline glutenin, and sterolinin glutenin. It is discharge. It is the figure of discharge of nematocyst, and it is open condition of nematocyst. First is called stenotyl, and this is volven. This is volven, and this is streptoline glutenin. This is streptoline glutenin. There is no spine, and this is sterolin glutenin. There is some small spine. Penitence or stenotyl, same name. It is the largest type of nematocyst, so it is the figure of penitence or stenotyl. The bud is stout with the spiral rows of spines on its distal half. This is called bud. The base of thread of this nematocyst have three buds. This is three big spine that's called buds, and three spiral rows. There is some spiral rows of small spines present, that is called barbules. Stenotyls are weapons of defense and offense. Their thread penetrates the body of the prey. They are also used for obtaining food. So it is the ideal nematocyst. And the so penetrant or stenotyl is the called ideal or largest nematocyst. Desmonyms or volvents. Desmonyms or volvents have a small oval capsule. There is no bud, so there is no bud. The thread is thick with no spine, there is no spine, and the thread is coil shaped, and it is closed at the tip. It lies in a single loop inside the capsule. On being discharged, the volvents are thrown out of the body and thread coils around the bristle of the prey. They are used for obtaining food. So this is the figure of volvents. Now streptoline glutenin. It is streptoline Glutinans. Staphylococcus glutinans have an elongated capsule. Thread is open at the tip. So it is open at the tip and it has a row of small spines. There is small spines. Their function is doubtful, but they stick to the surface of the prey. And now, stereolin glutenin. This is the figure of stereolin glutenin, the smallest type of nematocid. It is smallest type. So, which one is the largest type? First one is called largest, and the last one, I mean, stereolin glutenin is called smallest nematocid. Without barb and barbule, there is no barb and barbule, no big spine and no small spine. It contains a short thread with a free end. It is used in locomotion of Hydra. It is only used in locomotion. Now, cells of gastrodermis. Gastrodermis or endodermis again consist of 5 types of cell: musculoepithelial cell, gland cell, interstitial cell, sensory cell, and nerve cell. All are found in uh, epidermis. So I do not explain it again. Now, food and its ingestion. Actually, Hydra is a carnivorous animal because it eats small crustaceans like cyclops, annelids, insect larvae, insect. So, on touching a tentacle by the prey, the stenotyle penetrate it and inject a poisonous toxin, I mean hypnotoxin, to paralyze it. Then the volvens coil around the bristle to hold the food. The tentacles holding the captured animal contracts and bends over the mouth. The other tentacles also bend and help to transfer the food into the mouth. Peristaltic contraction of the body wall force it into the coelenteron. So at first tentacle capture this food, then it is insert their body and there is a hollow cavity that's name is coelenteron and coelenteron. The contraction of coelenteron and expansion of coelenteron, then food is digested here. So coelenteron helps the digestion of this food. Respiration, excretion of Hydra. Actually, there is no respiratory or excretory organ of Hydra. Their cell membrane or plasma membrane also helps, only helps this respiration and excretion. You can see this picture: oxygen and carbon dioxide expel out and in by cell membrane with the help of diffusion process. So there is no extra organ. So there are no special organs for respiration and excretion. Gases exchange occurs through the general body surface. So only body surface done by this action. Nitrogen wastes are largely in the form of ammonia, which also diffuse through the general body surface. So exchange is also done by diffusion process. It is also thought that the gastrodermis of basal disc is said to accumulate some excretory matter which may be discharged through a pore. Now, locomotion of Hydra. Different types of locomotion process found in Hydra. At first, looping. The most common, a type of walking similar to the looping of a caterpillar. Locomotion is caterpillar type. Caterpillar means caterpillar is one kind of larva of butterfly whose body is segmented and 3 pairs legs found. They can locomote by caterpillar types. While standing erect, the body first extends and then bends, the fixes the tentacles to the substance. At first, their body bent and touch the substance by tentacles. Uh, tentacles. Then they release the attachment of the basal disc. Then reattach the basal disc near the tentacle. Then the basal disc uh, come to the tentacles, near to the tentacles. Then body again assuming an upright position by releasing its tentacles. Then they can again standing up by releasing of tentacles. This is called looping locomotion. Now, somersaulting. Somersaulting is like the looping. Actually, this is also like looping, but there is some different. In this type of movement, Hydra extends this body. It will also extend this body and bend to one side to place the tentacles on the substance. Also bend. So at first, extend the body and bend, and tentacle touch the substance. The basal disc is free from its attachment and the animal stands on its tentacles. And the basal disc uh, also near to the uh, tentacles. Then they free the basal disc. Uh, the body then contracts strongly till it appears like a small knob. The body is then extend and bend to the place the basal disc on the substance. The tentacles loosen their hold and the animal remains in upright position. These movements are repeated and the Hydra moves from one place to another. Look, they at first bend their body and touch the surface by tentacles. Then basal discs come to the near to the tentacles. Then basal disc free and they upright its position by uh, tentacles. Again, uh, bends their uh, body or pedal discs with surface. Then they again free from their tentacles and upright their position, uh, and they complete their locomotor process or locomotion. And by this process they can move one place to another. So by this process they can move, they can produce, they can create two loops. Here is a loop and here is another loop. But by looping, only one loop is produced, but by somersaulting, two loop is produced. Floating. Sometimes Hydra can produce a bubble of gas secreted by some ectodermal cells of the basal disc, which helps the animal to float on the surface of the water and is passively carried from one place to another by water current or wind blow. Look, this is another locomotion. This is called floating, and, they can produce gas bubble, and this gas bubble are produced by gland cell, and after that their body is light and they can float on water surface. Climbing. Hydra can climb by attaching its tentacle to some distant objects and then releasing the basal disc, and by contracting the tentacles, the body is drawn up to a new position. Look, they can climbing on a substance or some branches of trees by with the help of tentacle. So most of the cases, tentacles helps their locomotion. Okay, reproduction of Hydra. Hydra is a hermaphrodite animal. Hermaphrodite animal means when both male and female sex organs present in same animal, that is called hermaphrodite. But they are male and female sex organ not matured in same time. So, and it is a special animal which can produce their offspring by asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Both reproduction is occurred in Hydra. So both asexual and sexual reproduction are available in Hydra. Asexual reproduction, again two types: budding and binary fission. Budding: when food is plentiful, many Hydra reproduce asexually by producing buds in the body wall and break away when they are matured. Look, this is budding process. Uh, or just and this bud is produced by interstitial cell. When the bud is matured, then they break out from body, and another new hydra is produced. Binary fission. Suddenly, hydra divides its own body in two portions. This can be transversal or longitudinal. Interstitial cells regenerate lost portions immediately to produce two complete offspring. So here also interstitial cell helps. So look at this picture. Here cut off these animals by two part, and these two part again produce two animals. So it is called binary fission. So hydra has no natural death. This is sexual reproduction when conditions are harsh, often before winter or in poor feeding conditions. Harsh conditions, poor feeding condition, sexual reproduction occurs in some hydra, and so sexual reproduction occurs when harsh or poor condition or winter or poor feeding conditions. So swelling in the body wall develop into either ovaries or testes. The testes release free swimming gametes into the water, and this can fertilize the egg in the ovary of the another individual. So this is testes. Uh, uh, Actually, testes and ovaries produce in same body, but they are not matured in same time. So they have no uh, self fertilization. They have occurred cross fertilization. So if you there increase the number of production, then we have need you have need another hydra. So testes situated in upper part of the body, and ovary in the middle part of the body. So the fertilized eggs, when testis is matured, then their ovary is not matured. Another hydra's body ovary is matured, then the membrane is burst out, and testis is released from the sperm is released from testis, then in water, and all sperm go to another ovaries for fertilization. The fertilized eggs secrete a tough outer coating, and as the adult dies, this resisting egg fall to the bottom of the lake or pond to wait or wetter conditions, whereupon they attach into hydula. So when they meet another meet of ovum, then they make zygote, and this zygote uh, form a one membrane that is called cyst, and they wait in pond for better weather. When he got for better weather, then they fertilize. They break down their cyst and come out a larva. That's larva name is hydula. Then after some time, this hydula is matured and grown up a big hydra. Okay, boys. Have any questions? If you have any questions, then ask me through SMS. Your sample question. First question, which is called reserved cell? Gland cell, neuroblast cell, sensory cell, interstitial cell. Number two, where is most of the neurocyte of Hydra found? Trunk, tentacle, hypostome, basal disc. Number three, which cell is used for predation, locomotion, and self-defense in Hydra? Nerve cell, gland cell, neuroblast cell, interstitial cell. Number four, how many types of cells are found in gastrodermis? Two, three, four, and five. Number five, which one is not a cell of endodermis of Hydra? Neurocyte, sensory, gland, nerve cell. Number six, hypnotoxin consists of fat phenol protein. Which one is correct? 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Number 7, by which process Hydra can walk very fast? Looping, climbing, swimming, somersaulting. Number 8, a neuroblast cell has nidocil, nucleus, nematocyst. Which one is correct? 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, dear boys, you have to find out the answer of these questions. If you follow my class, then you will get the answer of this question easily. Homework. Your first question, what is mesoglia? Number B, which is known as battery? Explain it. Number C, explain the process of figure C mentioned in the stem. Look at the picture of figure C. Now, this is sperms, which comes from testes, and this is ovaries, and this is new hydra. So you can understand what is the process of this. So at first you have to write down the name of this process, then explain it. Number D, analyze the differences between figure A and figure B. Here figure A and figure B both are locomotion process of hydra. Hydra use this process by long distance and faster. So one is long distance and another is faster. So uh, you have to write down the differences between these two locomotion. Okay, dear boss, I want to say again, don't go outside, stay at home and kill coronavirus. Thank you, dear boys. The name of my next class topic is Fish. Thank you, dear boys, and see you next class.